Alright guys, today we're going downtown to DC to a anti-mask, anti-vaccine protest. So this is where the elite come and play. Rock Creek Park in DC. This goes through the middle of Washington DC. You know, there's trails throughout here, but I think there might be just walking trails. People just not paying attention on the trail. Like that guy. Pretty packed. It's been completely repaved and widened. So to the right here is the National Zoo. I kind of forgot how packed this place was on the weekends. Today's Sunday, so lots of people are out, but it is kind of cold. We're about to go through the tunnel. You used to come through the zoo this way, and now they built a little path. You know what? I'm just gonna jump on here. I'm going too slow. I love going through this tunnel, but it used to be like the running part was really narrow. And cars would actually clip you with their mirrors. I used to commute through here on a bicycle at 5 in the morning. We're gonna just ride right in here. That's the beauty of the mountain bike. There's another Park Police area to the left. That bridge is 17th Street Bridge. Hiking trail here. Kind of curious. I'm gonna check this out. They keep closing stuff down. I have never come this way. I don't think this is a sanctioned trail, but it's kind of neat. Why not? I think this is closed, so I might have to double back, but we'll see. All of these like branches of trails, so I guess we're doing a little bit of an off-road thing. Really silly that DC does this. When I was commuting, I was expecting to use these trails to get to work, but DC now is like, all right, we're gonna close sections off. You know, for me, cycling was a way of commuting. It's like if you shut down a trail, then I would have to kind of risk going onto the roadway so I can just get to work. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go on the roadway. Can't believe these guys just didn't put a freaking little trail so riders could get to the other side. But I'm just gonna go a little bit up to P Street here. Alright, we're gonna go into here. This is so Absolutely ridiculous. If you didn't know where the trail was, if you can't figure it out here, above this hill is what you call Georgetown. That's where a lot of the residential stuff is. And further ahead, we're going to go into the Kennedy Center. All of these tents, looks like they're being moved or something, but they're absolutely everywhere now. Glass all over the trail. Here's more tents over here. So keep in mind that this is one of the more expensive parts of the entire area. That's the Watergate Hotel. So right outside the Watergate Hotel, there's tent cities. Right across over there, there's so much trash and so many tents. I think it's Don Quixote. What is it? There's a bunch of sculptures at the Kennedy Center here. Don Quixote. What is this? This is interesting. Terrible sculpture. Not very technically well done, but you can definitely see a whole lot more on a bicycle than you could on a motorcycle or even scooter. This is kind of cool, like a little eating area in the Kennedy Center. I've never really seen this with heaters. So this is the Kennedy Center. There's cameras everywhere. So, and this is a great view. Wow. This is a crossover into there's Georgetown and Roslyn, Virginia across the road. Just ridiculous. DC just tearing up all of these areas. Right across the street is where it used to be volleyball courts. Right up there, there's a house. And that's where Arlington Cemetery is. But that's Robert E. Lee's house. It's right in front of us. So that's the story behind Washington, is that they turned Robert E. Lee's house into the cemetery after the Civil War. So this is the Lincoln Memorial. Obviously there's a protest. Medical freedom.
This was a country that I used to call home, but surely slipping away. I can't remember looking around and feeling my life slowly starting to change. Cause you know you triple max, I think that the second things losing the way. This is a country that I used to call home, but surely slipping away.
Quite a few protesters, but it's not that many. I think they're all coming toward here. Oh yeah, they're all coming towards here. Oh really? Quite a bit of police presence here too. Usually I don't see police parked on the grass for protests, but quite a bit of people. Look at this. That's the reflecting pool. Well, I guess that's the best thing about mountain biking. You can ride on the grass. It's funny because DC now requires all of these vaccination proofs to go inside of businesses. And you know, the interesting thing is that a lot of DC businesses have been boycotting any of these protesters, which is kind of silly. Oh, look at that. There's a big line for the bathroom. Oh, I smell weed. This is the World War II memorial. There is quite a bit of police presence here. There's quite a few people. It's actually, everybody's coming over to the Lincoln Memorial. I'm gonna go this way, see if I can figure out what to do here. DC has been kind of unfair to the people here, or the people at the protest, because they've been actually boycotting people that feel strongly anti-mask. I've been seeing the articles. People have been saying that they have PTSD from the January 6th riot, and they kind of equated this to that. Doesn't seem like it. Seems very peaceful. The restaurant articles I was reading, owners were saying not to let the protesters in because they're going to be testing people, you know, not anti-masking or whatever. DC actually has a vaccine passport in place, which is ridiculous. Lincoln Memorial, everybody's going there. I'm actually surprised that there's so many police. There's two, 3, 4 cars, and then there's like 5 police horses back there. Alright, I'm gonna go here, get a glimpse of the Lincoln Memorial.
You locked in your home without grounding the love. Don't want you looking up, Dr. Savvy. Never so serious, we got us no witness. I don't need permission to cause a division. To watch television, they coming for children and all the traditions. So good, I mean, they should prepare for the war. The revolution is a story. I ain't doing this for no price. We gotta start holding politicians accountable. We don't care what they say. It's God over the government. God over government. Well, that's it. Stop the I love y'all.
Oh, that's
I'm
cool.
a
That's
comedian, but more importantly,
JP
I'm a
Awakens.
father, I'm a husband, and I'm a lover of freedom.
Awaken with JP talking. That's kind of cool. Very
For those
popular
around the world
comedian.
who are against freedom, we're also doing
I'm
this
surprised
for
to see
you.
DC's got quite a bit of park police presence here today.
We are with you. We're not for
More
your
than what
cause.
they usually
We are with. Come from a place of love and unity. I get the two confused. So we're here to rise above that. And I also want you to know, spoiler alert, freedom wins.
That's the rally. Awaken with JP was at the rally, which is, he was really funny. He was pretty darn funny. But I don't want to be here all day. It's actually kind of boring. After a while, I definitely support like people making their own decisions, but when it comes to like sticking around and listening to a bunch of like guys talk, I can do that on YouTube.